Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stock Watch, and this is your stock watch list for Monday, October 2nd. As you can see, the overnight futures, which have been open for about 36 minutes, are up 42 points for the Dow futures, up 14 points for the ES futures, and the NASDAQ futures are up about 14 points thus far this evening in early trading. As far as the gold, gold is down about $3 on gold. And WTI is trading 51.66, up 3 cents, and basically flat for the evening, but holding at that 51.66. If we go ahead and get into the information for tomorrow, for Monday, October 2nd, the big one before the bell is CALM. So CALM reports before the bell tomorrow. That's about the only name that I see for tomorrow before the bell. We do have at 9:45 the PMI manufacturing index, 10 o'clock construction spending, 10 o'clock also ISM manufacturing index. We do have some Fed speak at 2 in the afternoon. Robert Kaplan speaks. Don't forget, Janet Yellen will be speaking on Wednesday the 4th. And we do have the unemployment situation coming up on Friday, and that is October 6th. So just be aware of that later in the week. For your earnings calls for tomorrow, we have nothing coming up for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And we will take a look at the we'll go ahead and take a look at the SPY chart. And as you can see, you know, if this was a stock, the SPY is kind of breaking out of this consolidation here after bouncing off the 100. Now, I'm not saying that we're not, you know, a little bit overbought on some things like the IWC and the IWM and the IYT have had really nice moves in them. So short term, they might be kind of overbought, but the SPY, you know, is in this breaking out of this consolidation here. I showed you in the other video. Let's get ready for the week ahead. The fear and greed index is up at 85. And so, you know, we might be on a short-term basis, we might be a little overstretched, but that doesn't stop us looking for individual, you know, plays in different sectors and things like that. So we'll go ahead and get right into the watch list, and we'll see what we can come up with. Just a reminder, Mankind, MNKD, to hold investor conference call tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's from our trade exchange from their news room. Mankind to hold investor conference call tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss company development. So just be aware of that if you're in MNKD. Hey, in case you didn't know, I do run a service. It's a swing trading and day trading service. So if you want to come check us out, it's zozostockwatch.com. Also, you can get 15% off the pricing. If you want to try us for a month, it's $84.95. If you want to go for the annual, $849.95, and the semi-annual, $465. But we've also added, if you want to come and give us a try, and you can find this on my Twitter feed at Zozo Stock Watch. On my Twitter feed, you can come give us a try for 7 days for $9.99. All right, so if you're wondering what we do, you can come give us a try for $9.99 for the first 7 days. And see what we're about, and come check us out. All right, and that's zozostockwatch.com, and you'll find this special offer out on my Twitter feed at Zozo Stock Watch. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the stock watch list for Monday, October 2nd. So first one up on my plate is going to be this AMRN, and you see that we had this nice pop, but we're still stuck below that 375. But we did pull back here, but we are still holding above the 5 EMA. I'll get rid of this line for you so you can see it. We're trying to hold this 350 spot and the 5 EMA. So one candle down, biotech name, and you know, a little bit lower volume on the selling candles here. So we'll see if this one wants to set up intraday, and we'll get a play out of that one. Another one, though, is AVEO, another biotech name. Trying to get back over the 10 SMA. We have a spike up here on this candle at 371, and then once again they got up to that 371. So obviously there's some supply there at 371. If we can break over that 375, 378, you might get a move there on AVEO. So that might be one to watch. BLPH, big pop in here, big run. So maybe if it pulls back to like $1.30, the 100 SMA, this one might reset again. BLPH. All right, so that might be one to watch later in the week. BSX, possible swing trade here. All right, we see that we're breaking out of support here. We've been holding the 20 SMA, trying to get back over, the highs here were 29.40. The high on Friday was 29.18. So maybe 29.25 it looks like a good swing trade entry for BSX. CAPR, big pop in this name, 11 million float. So CAPR, 11 million float in this name. And so this one, we'll see if it pulls back a little bit, maybe a red to green, something like that, for a possible entry in CAPR. 8.2 million shares came in on Friday for that name. CERN. This one looks like it could be a possible swing trade here if it can get over 71.50, 71.55. For a possible swing trade. 1.7 million shares traded. CLSS, if you go ahead and draw this consolidation here, we have a nice kind of like wedge forming here. So if this can get over that 28.70, 29 area on CLLS, you might get some kind of continuation move. Light volume right now, but if it breaks out over that 29 spot, you might get some volume coming into the name. CLMT, looking for that 850 break. This is a energy sector play, oil and gas refining. And that one is basing under $8.50. So I have this one on watch for a possible swing trade. A little bit lower in the volume than I like, but it might set up. DVAX, big pop on Friday here. This biotech name went all the way up to 23.50. So this might be in play on Monday. So basically it's up here. Right around this area right here. So kind of clear sky, blue skies here. We'll take a look at it on the weekly, clearing all this. So this one might be in play, Tuesday or maybe Wednesday when it pulls back a little bit. So keep an eye on that one. eBay setting up here, coming off the 20 SMA. If it takes out, Friday's highs here, might be a possible swing trade. 38.60. So there are select stocks, that look really nice. Nice setups here, holding the 20. And we'll just see what, Mr. Market wants to do. But, some very nice chart setups here. EQT, an oil and gas play, trying to break out maybe over that 65 level. So right now it's just consolidating. Preferably, I'd like it to get back over 66. So we'll see if that one wants to set up on EQT. FANG, this one's trying to get back over the 200 SMA. See, it kind of has been stuck below it. It gives these like pops and then pulls back. So we'll see what this FANG wants to do. Oil and gas play. It's had a big run already. Maybe it just needs to consolidate a little bit more. FIT, full disclosure, I'm in this one already. My service is in this one already at around 665. We did get the pop up to 709, 710 in that area. And actually, I think I sold some at 702. And I still have a position. But if this can get back over, this $7 spot, we might get a continuation move in FIT. FOLD, I would have liked to have had this one over the $14 break on this move, but then we pulled back some. Now we're consolidating again. 3.3 million shares traded on Friday. So looking for this one to maybe, take out that 15.25 spot on FOLD. HIMX, looking like a pretty chart here. Nice setup. Trying to, breaking out here. And we'll see if this one wants to give a continuation move over $11 for HIMX, semiconductor name. Let's go ahead and take a look at INFI. This one popped on Friday. Big volume came into the name. 3.4 million shares traded. This one has a float of 49 million on INFI. Looking for the, that 140 break on INFI for possible continuation. Like we said, big volume came in, biotech name. Friday. Needs to clear all this supply up here. So maybe over 140 INFI can get going. IOTS. This is semiconductor name. If this ever clears $8 here, we had a high here of $8. So if we can get back over that $8 mark, we might get a continuation. Looks like a thinly traded name though on IOTS, so just be aware of that. IZEA is supposed to have some kind of news on Monday. I don't know exactly what time. So we'll see. This one will be in play maybe on Monday. It's had a big run already, but over 7 million shares came into the name on Friday. So we'll see if that one sets up. MCHP, possible swing trade here. Looking for this one to take out that $90 level on MCHP. We have a high of $89.99. So, we'll be dealing with that round number 90 to see if it can take out that. Next one up is NVIS. This is a electrical components name. We had this big run up. We pulled back. We held above the 50. We held above 250. So if this could get back up over maybe 285 on MVIS, possible continuation move here in that name. NLNK. Now we've had the big pop. They had this big pop here. We pulled down, organized to the 50 SMA. Buyers came in here. Now if it can get back over the 10 SMA on that name, which it puts it about 1075. So I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe later in the week or something, this one might set up. So NLNK, I wasn't on it when it was doing this, but, I've been watching it on videos, pulling back, but did not get this bounce off this 50 SMA on NLNK, but you never know, might set up again. So keep an eye on that one. OMER. This one, trying to get back over this 22 spot here. Biotech name holding above the 50 SMA right now. The high on Friday, 2172. So maybe 2180 gets us up through that 22 spot. OPHT. This one, let me open that chart for you. Big, nice pop on Friday. OPHT, healthcare sector, another biotech name. The high was 295, so I think I would let it clear, this $3 spot. It's a weird looking daily chart, so we'll see. Not a favorite on that one. We do have this, gap here to fill maybe, so we'll see. But it had this is a stock that got crushed. So it's interesting, but not that interesting. Rice, an oil sector name, trying to set up. Maybe if it gets over, 2910. 2912, you might get a continuation move in this name. It's consolidating right here, holding above the 50, holding above the fast moving averages. 3.8 million shares traded. SGMO, nice pop Friday, 2.2 million. It's kind of had a nice run here, so just have it on watch. Maybe it needs to consolidate a little bit, but it looks interesting. Shack. This one was called, looks like if it can break out over the highs on Friday, 33.30, we might get a continuation move in this name on Shack. Bounced off the 20 SMA. It is below all the moving averages, like the 200 and whatnot. So we'll see on that one. Not a favorite. SKLN popped on Friday. 1.1 million shares popped. Gave it right back. So just pointing that out. SPEX. Trying to get back over the 50 SMA might get interesting if we can get back over, 160, 155 on SPEX. This is one of those anything can happen kind of stocks. You see it pops, it drops, pops, drops. So we'll see. SQ looks like it's setting up again. Full disclosure, I'm in this one at 26.85. And, I've sold partials already, but it looks like it might be setting up again to try to get over that 29 spot on SQ. SRAX. Now, this one has a 5 million float, 1.6 million shares traded. The high on Friday was 258. So we'll look for some kind of continuation move on this SRAX for possible day trade over that 265 spot. It hit that on Tuesday, 9/26, and then it also came up to 258 on Friday. So we'll see if this one has any kind of more movement in it in that name. TEO, possible swing trade in this name. It needs to get over that 3110 spot though for TEO. Volume was about 300,000 shares. It's holding above the fast moving averages, holding above the 50 SMA. So it looks interesting. TEUM, I played this one on Friday. We got the break of $1.40 and we got a nice pop all the way up to about, I got up to about 154. I sold some out, went up all the way to 160, 4.1 million shares. It was kind of like a Friday afternoon trade, and it is getting back over the 200 SMA. Telecom services, so it's not in a bad sector. So we'll see if they want to run that one. WPCS, big pop here. So I'll look for an intraday setup for possible, day trade. This one is a typo, so let's remove that one. Okay. Yelp. Might be setting up again on Yelp here. All right, might be setting up again on Yelp. We'll see. It's not a favorite right now, but I think it needs to get over this, 44 spot on Yelp. It may do that this week. It's at 43.30, so we'll see. Next one up is Yandex. And this one is trying to get back over that 33.20 spot on Yandex. If it can do that, we might get a continuation move on this name. Let's see. YRCW is in the trucking industry, and you see we're starting to break out here on YRCW. Let's see if we can get a continuation move. We popped all the way up to 1408, so maybe a rebreak of 14 or 1395. 1.4 million shares came into the name. A little bonus one here. ITUS has a float of 52 million shares. ITUS, and this one popped. It's pulling back now to the 200 SMA. Let's see if any buyers are going to come in this name. Get rid of this line. We'll see if any buyers, want to turn this thing around after this big run up on ITUS. Like I said, 52 million float on that name. All right, so that's pretty much it for the stocks to watch list for Monday. You got some swing trade ideas in there. You got some day trade ideas. And then, of course, we'll have to see what gaps up with news in the morning. Anyway, my room opens up at 6:15 a.m. each day, closes at 8 p.m. Each evening, except Fridays. We shut it down a little bit earlier. We shut it down at 7 p.m. on Fridays. And but it does open at 6:15 a.m. Come check us out. Try that. You can try 7 days for $9.99. I also have a private Twitter feed for the swing trades. We call the swing trades in the room. We type them in the room. We also put them out on the private feed. It's a Twitter private feed, so you can hook that up to your mobile phone and always be in the know. And the chat room is an Omnovia room, and we do day trading in that room. I also show all my scans with my trade ideas, scans, and we have news audioed into the room, and also news is shown on the screen share too. So, there's a lot of advantages to my room. Okay, all the trades are put in the room prior to the trigger. All right, so thank you very much for being loyal supporters of YouTube. I appreciate that. Hit the like button if you like these videos, if they're helping you out. You can retweet these videos. That would be nice of you. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for being loyal listeners. And thank you very much for being members of ZozoStockWatch.com. For those of you that are members of ZozoStockWatch.com. And if you're not, come join me. All right, everybody have a good day trading tomorrow. And we'll see you on Tuesday with another, see you Monday night with another stocks to watch list for a Monday night. Thank you so much for listening.